Well, we are already seeing the impacts of this. We all saw that headline just this week. Yet another home falling into the ocean in Rodanthe out in the Outer Banks, collapsing early Tuesday morning. And with sea level rise and erosion, plus the potential for more powerful storms, it's a trend that's only expected to continue in the years ahead.
So we have an eye on the state.
Inside the state climate office at NC State, Dr. Kathy Dello and team are constantly trying to stay ahead of the game, tracking climate trends, not just during hurricane season, but year round.
Yeah, so the oceans are rising. We know that a warmer ocean is just bigger, warmer water's bigger. And because of climate change, the ocean's taking up more space. And we can see that on the North Carolina coast. There's water in places that there wasn't before.
And new data from Climate Central annual coastal flood risk analyzed by the ABC 11 data team shows just what's at stake. Just taking a look at the quickest beach town to get to from the Triangle in the Wilmington area, sometime this decade, there's a 54% chance of floodwaters rising 2 feet above high tide, and that would impact much of the coast. There's a smaller 4% chance of a 3-foot rise, but that extra foot makes a difference. By that point, most of the islands off Wilmington, including Wrightsville Beach, would be mostly underwater. And there's even a more outside chance, just 1% of a 4-foot rise, covering even more ground. The danger for flood risk, though, isn't just when there's a storm moving through.
We're also seeing more instances of what we call sunny day or tidal flooding. So it might be a perfectly beautiful day outside, but we're seeing water on the roads because just the tide level has increased that much because the sea level has increased.
So what can be done? This latest home collapse is the 6th house collapse in the Outer Banks in just the last 4 years. Dr. Dello says moving forward, we may need to rethink where we build.
You can no longer live in this house because now it's in the ocean. We're also thinking about, smart building. Where should we be building? We have more people moving to North Carolina. We need to keep them out of places that are flooding or maybe exposed to extreme heat.
Yeah, definitely a lot to think about. And Dello says in some cases there have been buyouts in North Carolina since Hurricane Floyd back in the 90s. But in some cases moving forward, that can be difficult when you have families that have lived in coastal communities for generations, covering a wide area there. But she says with more people moving to North Carolina, it's important that any future building should take that potential for flooding into consideration. Guys?
Yeah, such a beautiful part of North Carolina, special part of North Carolina for so many families here in our part of the state. And yeah, we have to make plans for the future. Definitely.
Well, like she said, Tom, smart building, that really stuck out to me.
Smart building, that's key. Yeah.
Tom, very interesting. Thank you.